Hey, this is Sharif with ADSR Sounds, and in this tutorial, really quick tutorial, just showing maybe a different way of coming up with some cool MIDI ideas or melodies or bass lines, um, melodic uh, ideas basically, and usually it's kind of easy sometimes, especially in step mode or whatever you play in real time or you draw stuff inside of Maschine. You can come up with some, a basic drum pattern, at least one something interesting that you can build on from there. So I've got a basic four on the floor pattern happening here. Nothing to write home about, something real simple. Okay, something real simple, nothing to write home about, but that is basic pattern, drum pattern here. And in this group, I chose this kind of like bass kind of tone idea. And in this, matter of fact, I'm gonna go to keyboard mode and go down an octave. And what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna play it with the beat, because sometimes you have a conceived idea or an idea, or you usually play your same kind of patterns. We kind of start off with the same kind of something we're comfortable with, and things start to sound the same. So kind of give a variation, a different kind of approach to coming up with some bass grooves or bass ideas, something simple that you can build off of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute A, right? So we mute group A is muted, and now I'm just going to deal with B and just play it. Nothing is there, not even a metronome. I don't even want the metronome to play, because then I'm going to have a rhythm or what have you. So, I mean, you can play with the metronome if that's the case, but I'm going to do it one without and one with. So what I'm going to do is just randomly just press some pads and see what I come up with. Okay, so take my metronome, give me a 4 count. And now I got that happening there. I don't know what it sounds like with the beat or what have you. But what I'm going to do now is maybe go in here and highlight maybe a bar or something of something. Now, Maschine doesn't allow you to move left to right. You don't have like the left locator, right locator like in a DAW. But what you can do is kind of highlight some of these things and put them in different patterns if you want to. So I can duplicate this pattern. So let's duplicate it, right? So I'll go to pattern mode and hit duplicate that on another pattern. And in this pattern, maybe do a couple of them, right? And, right, so I have 3 patterns. Cool. So I choose pattern, let's say pattern 1. And in pattern 1, go in here and now let's see what this sounds like. Just playing, and I change my grid to maybe a bar. Actually, half to make this smaller. And maybe let's see what this sounds like. Right, let's bring it down. And let's play it with the drums. Right? Okay, cool. And let's go to pattern 2. And in pattern 2, let's just, let's see what the second one sounds like. And what we'll do is we'll make sure you have your select tool, because then you'll start writing MIDI data that you don't want. So I select these, hit my clear or delete, and I can take this now, highlight these, and slide them over, or using the controller now that they're selected, right? Go into my arrange events, and now I have my positions, and I can move this to the beginning, and now bring my pattern to another 1 bar. Let's see how this sounds. And let's go from pattern to pattern. Now with these selected, how about I take this pattern, right, of MIDI events, copy them, go to group C, and now put a pattern there and paste those in there, right? Keyboard mode. And so I can see that I'm in keyboard mode and choose another sound, maybe not a bass, maybe lead synth or something to play along with this. And let's find something. I'll do analog and randomly load. And now let's play this together and actually make sure my pattern is here. Maybe have it go 2 bars or something. Let's make sure I turn down the sound. And let's just transpose it, right? So change it by an octave. So using the controller, I'm going to hold down Note and Shift, and with that I can go and go up an octave using that. Let's try a different sound. So I kind of like that switching up. And now really quick, we're going to go to pattern on the bass, and let's double this, right? And let's change the second portion of these patterns, right? MIDI events. And let's shift those down an octave, right? So holding down the Shift and Note and using the jog wheel or shuttle wheel and take those down an octave. And let's see how that sounds. Right? So you get some quick variations, things that I normally wouldn't have come up with the beat, and I have a kind of conceived idea of what I would have playing this, and utilizing some of these other concepts of coming with musical ideas without any beat, just randomly pressing things and then choosing 1-bar patterns of those, and you can elaborate from there. They'll give you some quick ideas to come up with some cool stuff that you normally wouldn't have come up with. All right, thanks. Peace.